Hello everyone. Okay, so I went to like a meeting about the LAUSD teacher strike and stuff like that. So I just wanted to like just a disclaimer, I don't know everything. I probably know nothing about this topic as far as I'm concerned. But what I do know is that there is like this thing going around of um so one of the things is that students are being told not that are being encouraged to go to school, and they actually should not go to school. They should either be with their teachers or do some sort of volunteering. I think I'd because if I was a student and I had all that time and I wasn't going to be out in the rain supporting my teachers, then I might as well do something useful for my community. There was an article in the LA Times about like going to a shelter, like animal shelters. I actually have it in my Facebook page, and so there's that possibility. But of course, like there's a possibility of like, well, what if your parents don't know where to send you, things like that nature. And I'm just kind of thinking, well, I think this would be the perfect time for students to get together and like just form bonds with each other, or just, I don't know, like in my mind I'm like, oh, maybe churches would be willing to like just kind of like house a group of teenagers and have them kind of chill there if they really wanted to. I don't know, that's like just like that's like an idea that I have in my mind, so I'm just putting that out there. Okay, so what I've learned, or what I have notes on, is that about 30,000 students, teachers, parents actually like were out in the rain and stuff like that the other day on Monday. And over 900 school sites protested. And let's see, it says, yeah, so every single teacher in LAUSD did not teach. So I don't know what the news media outlets are telling you guys, but like I have not been in that, and that's why I decided to go to that meeting, because I did not want to get news from people that I'm pretty sure are not telling the truth. I also did hear something about how there was like this message circulating on the telephone or something like that about how um, talking about three unexcused absences or something, and how like after those absences, like the parent or student or both are going to go to court, and that's not true either. So ignore that. And I did learn that students who are about to graduate will not be affected by this. Um, but let's see. So on Friday, I believe there was some sort of bargaining going on, and uh, for the record, to be completely clear, is that the United Teachers of Los Angeles did not walk away from the bargaining table, but what was interesting was that the superintendent of LAUSD was not there. So I just want to make that point clear. Um, and there is about $500,000 allocated for random searches to be allowed in schools. Random searches, usually on people of color. And so like there was actually actually students who did organize at schools to I know Hamilton was one of them for sure. Um, but they organized to like, or they went to the superintendent's office, I believe, or like the main LAUSD headquarters, and were like basically asking that those $500,000 to be allocated to their education. So that's another thing. And then another thing was that there is about $2 billion that LAUSD has been claiming in employment benefits, and they can't use that supposedly, because, and that's what I was told, is that that's their way to convince people that that LAUSD has no money. Um, and so um, yeah, they're saying that it's only available for employee benefits, but apparently that's a lie as well. Um, and going back to the whole thing about searches at Dorsey High School, there's more police than college counselors. So let that sit in your head for a second. More police than college counselors. What does that say about where our money is being allocated, the $500,000, you're the one that can decide that. I cannot. You have to make up your mind about that. This is only information that I was given at the meeting. So, um, and let's see. There was mention of 80 parents and community members. They shut down, um, I think, a school called Oak Tree Charter School. I have to look more into that, but you can as well. I encourage you to. This is just a quick update because I'm going to like some meeting, so like a community building thing later. So I'm just doing it now because I know that this is important. Um, and let's see. I wrote down that there's 50,000 uh, people at City Hall headquarters the other day. And basically, what teachers want, from what I understand, is that they want less testing, they want less searching things going on, a reduced class size, more nurses, more counselors, and more librarians. And they don't want this as like a they don't want like a little temporary fix of like 1 year. They're actually looking for like the following years on end, like because it has been projected that 9 million jobs that you know could space jobs or technological jobs are going to be the demand in 2020, and they would like to focus on spending their money educating students and encouraging and empowering students to be able to become competent people, competent, responsible people who can actually do things versus just people who are told what to do, which is what standardized testing is, because it doesn't allow the teacher to have the ability to actually incorporate student thinking. It's more about like, okay, like we're gonna study for these tests, and this is like what we're gonna study, and that's it. So just wanted to update y'all on that. Let me see. Is there anything? And there was a mention about a school in New Orleans being shut down 3 weeks ago. I would look into that as well. Again, this is just a quick update video. I'm not like 100% sure of like all the stuff that's going on here. What I'm saying, like, this is just what I heard from people, like direct experience. So you guys can investigate that. I can too. I will, for my personal benefit. And what I do know is that Elizabeth Warren, um, Alex, Alexandria Cortez, sorry, and of course Bernie Sanders and Kari Harrison, I believe, are in support of what the students and teachers are trying to accomplish, which I think is very well. And there was a student-led action today where there was a rally, block party, and they did a flash mob and dance against random searches. So let's see. And yeah, the whole charter school thing taking over public schools is an issue. Um, and they did mention something about how in the past LAUSD has said that it would file bankruptcy in 3 years, and like 11 years ago it said that the school district would be bankrupt in 9 years. So the numbers kind of keep on changing, I guess, what they were trying to point out. Um, and okay, so this was another lie, that schools are open and learning is going on. No, that is not true. Schools are not open and there is no learning going on. There are only students who are like being babysat by like people in the gym or the cafeteria. And teachers are not going, all the teachers have decided that they are not going to teach unless their demands are met. So that is the update that I have, and feel free to investigate. I encourage you to investigate, and if you can like help out or do anything, I encourage you to do that as well. This was my first day doing something, so here's my contribution. Let's see, there is a Facebook group and like Instagram. I would do Instagram only because it just seems like it's kind of easier to connect with people. Um, Shit. Okay, I'm trying to find it right now, you guys. Okay, so one is United Teachers Los Angeles. That is an Instagram page, um, where there are actions for, or where is there like, I guess more news on what you could do. There's a website on here that says wearepublicschools.org. That is another thing that you guys can like totally research. As for Facebook, it's been kind of tough because I am not a master of Facebook and neither do I plan to be, but hey, you might learn today. Okay, well, that is all that I have to say for today, for right now. And I hope that you guys. Oh, look, there's an article about how taco truck operators showed up to feed striking LA teachers. There was also mention of pizza being brought to teachers. So if being out there and being hungry is a concern, there you go. There's food. Okay, bye bye.